I don't even know where to begin. There's so much that has happened. I'm so tired. I have to just start with that. Welcome to No Rules, Random Thoughts of a Swiftie. I'm your host, Brandon Peters. I'm very tired. I didn't even actually stay up that late, so I can only say that it's just my DNA. Like the way I work best is if I get my solid 8 hours uninterrupted sleep every single night. And so last night, I don't know why in the world I thought after Taylor announced, oh, there's just so much. There's just so much. But when I saw the website, when I saw Taylor Swift's website and the countdown, I saw that at like 9:30 and I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay up till midnight. Why I thought I could do that, I have no idea. I literally go to bed at 10 o'clock at night on the dot and I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like that is my routine. So at 9:30, I guess I still had like a half hour in me. I still felt very awake, I guess, and thought I can do this. I can stay up until midnight and see what this announcement is. No, you cannot. By what, I mean, it was at 12:12. All right, so like 11:05. I looked at Matt and I was like, I'm fading. I'm fading fast. I can't do this. I can't actually stay up. And so it just turned into, okay, so I'm going to go to sleep. Matt, my husband, is a night owl. So he was going to be up for a couple hours anyway. So I was like, wake me up, right before it goes off. And he goes, okay, no problem. It was so funny. I feel like I am like legit gonna cry because I feel like I'm a little loopy, and everything is just so funny to me and ridiculous. Everything seems like every time Taylor Swift announces an album, I feel like I get this like loopy, goofy feeling. I think I saw someone online said I have Taylor Swift zoomies. I do. I have Taylor Swift zoomies. I'm crying. Anyways, so I'm dying laughing, crying this morning because I had spent the morning, like 2 hours in the morning by myself, getting ready, doing my thing before Matt was up. And when we were driving in, I told him, I was like, wow, I can't believe I woke up a minute before it went off and just like opened my eyes. And the timing of that is so crazy. My body just knew. And I literally saw, like, when you know your person, it's just so funny because I saw his like body move just in the slightest way. I go, what? Did I not wake up? I thought I woke myself up the minute before it went off. And he just looked at me and I said, you better tell me the truth right now. He said, technically, no, you did not wake yourself up. I woke you up like you asked me to. I said, what do you mean? I remember opening my eyes and you said we have a minute. And I go, wow, that's cool. Like, he goes, you woke up because I woke you up. I tapped you on your shoulder. I think I touched your face and I said, hey, wake up. And then you opened your eyes. I tell you, I was crying, laughing, crying so hard. We were in the Starbucks drive-thru and I was like, this woman's going to think like something bad is happening because it's just total eyes filled with tears. Oh my God. I'm telling you what, I have just been so happy and excited, and those anticipatory feelings when like Taylor Swift drops, just these little, we start with little Easter eggs, then we move up to some, big time, like, oh my gosh, this really is it. And then she says it and it's like, it's an amazing time to be alive. I cannot believe we live in the same time as Taylor Swift and how lucky we all are to be able to experience this together as a Swiftie community together. Thank you, Taylor Swift. Thank you for feeding us. Thank you for keeping us fed. Thank you for always, always being the most and extra and over the top. And like, I love it. Obviously I'm on a podcast. I own a podcast production company. The fact that she released this album on her partner's podcast is just the greatest thing. It's all of my worlds coming together and combining into one. And I'm telling you, podcasts of the future. I've been telling you, we've been in business for 8 years. Like in 2017, we were making podcasts, and I'm telling you what, they are the way forward. I do need to try to keep this to my normal time. One, I think we need to talk about the fact that this is a deviation from my series I have going on the podcast right now, which is songs I cannot believe we get from Taylor Swift. I had to take a 2-week break because work has been crazy, like just so crazy and busy. And so I had to take a 2-week break. And I was thinking last week, I was like, man, starting next week, I need to just like get back in there because I already have my notes for all these next songs I want to do. But I can only get through like 2 songs an episode. So I was like, man, it's going to take me a while. I'm going to get back into the studio. And then yesterday morning, I want to lead you through how this all like happened and transpired. And hopefully you'll see a video, but my team members were filming me because I was pacing, hyperventilating. I kept standing up and sitting back down and standing back up and sitting back down at my desk because I just couldn't, like the brain was not processing yesterday because I was just not expecting it. I was so busy. I had so much work I needed to do. So I was all up in my work, right? From like, I think we got in around like 8 something. So it was like from 8 to 10:30, it was just work. And I wanted to check a post that we had put up on the Gotham Instagram page to see, how it was doing. So I went and I clicked up and it was on my profile. So I needed to click over. But right when I did that, the first thing that I saw was, the promo for New Heights with Travis and Jason and that outline and the orange glitter. And I'm telling you, before I had context, before I knew what was happening, I was like, that's Taylor Swift. Like immediately, I was like, that is Taylor Swift's outline. And if you've been following Travis and Jason's podcast or you know about it, they do this. They tease the next guest and they do the outline. And there has been a time or two before where people have gotten really worked up and excited thinking it could be Taylor Swift. I always hoped we would get Taylor Swift on New Heights, but I didn't really, I don't know, any time in the past that they shared or did anything, I never had this feeling of like, oh, that's her. I'm telling you, when I saw it, it just was like, that's Taylor Swift. I was like, what? Wait, why? Why would she be going on? And so then my mind starts racing. And as I'm processing and thinking, I scroll and the very next thing I see was Taylor Nation's post. And I was like, huh? And I start flipping through all 12 photos of her in orange. And before I even read the caption, like I'm still reeling from the first thing that I saw. Now I'm into this one and them saying, remembering or thinking how she said, see you next era, whatever the word was just kill me. I'm done. I can't. It was those two and I was like, something's happening. I mean, I know we all did, but like, that's how I reacted here at the studio in front of my team members. And I lost all sense of being a business owner, of being a boss, a leader. I just immediately crumbled and became a girl. Like I just immediately shed all other identities. And I was like, girly pop, like it's just time to rage and be excited. So yeah, that's how it kind of came to be yesterday. I feel like I came into it like after the post had been made, but they were right next to each other. So I was only, maybe like a half hour late to the posting. And yeah, just seeing people immediately decode Easter eggs, like putting her picture in the silhouette. I was like, this is it. This is what makes being a Swiftie so amazing, is that we are all equally unhinged and excited and passionate. And my team members are just loving it. They were filming me. I do think that video might be up at some point because it's just too hilarious not to. They are not Swifties. So as they were like coming in for shifts, we were talking and I was aggressively talking to them about Taylor Swift. That's actually what happened. So they know everything. They're all up to date. I can't wait to see everybody today because now we have way more information. So that was in the beginning of the day. I had my Taylor Zoomies. I kind of got those out and was just like, okay, so now I have to live with this in my head until Wednesday. Wednesday will be when we figure this out. I should have known that Taylor Allison Swift would not be making us wait 2 days. Like, of course not. The way that these two, like the podcast and Taylor and everybody is working together and all their people, I mean, Good job. Good job all around. The coordination, the efforts, everything going into this has just been so, so good. I love when production people are just on top of it, when people have a plan and they stick to it and it goes like, it's so good. So yeah, I mean, we were chilling last night and, at this point, I'm still thinking, okay, I'm going to have to wait until then to see if I'm going to have to wait until Wednesday to see if this is really Taylor Swift on Travis Kelce's podcast. Although I really did think there was only 1 second, one where I thought, wait, maybe not. And that was when Stevie Nicks posted. When Stevie Nicks posted saying Wednesday, I was like, oh no, like, yay, love her. But then I was like, oh my gosh, well, that can't be a coincidence then that like they're doing something on Wednesday and she says Wednesday and it's like a woman figure in the outline. And so for one moment I was like, that might be Stevie actually. And so it's Taylor. We all know that now, which is great. But yeah, for half a second, I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine if it's Stevie and not Taylor? Like I just really, I pre-felt heartbroken for us just in case that was what was going to happen. But so we're getting ready for bed last night. And that's when, the countdown appears and we're all equally freaking out and going onto our website and checking. This is when my delusional confidence set in, thinking I could actually stay up till midnight or past midnight. And then I really just did not see it coming. But then the promo, the podcast promo, you guys, I need another sip of coffee to get into this section. What is there to say? She's amazing. She looks so good. She looks so happy. Seeing her with headphones on and like a casual with her man beside, I'm processing still. It's the next morning. I still don't quite feel like I've processed fully. But they're just chatting beforehand. Like that is so podcast coded. Like I work on podcasts every single day. You sit in these chairs, you get everything going, you're doing your mic checks, you're doing your camera checks, and you're just talking. And she's just looking at her man and she's like, you look good in that color. And I'm like, I will say, the first time I watched it, just brain immediately went off and I was like, oh my God, it's confirmed. I don't have to wait until Wednesday. Like all the thoughts, right? Second thought was, why is Travis Kelce not looking at her? Like she's looking at you, son. You need to be turning your eyeballs and looking at her. Taylor Swift was looking at you saying you look good. Oh my gosh. And he was just kind of like looking forward. And you need to turn. It's Taylor looking at you. You need to turn and look at her. He saved it with the sweetie and the eye color matching. Like, all right, I get it. But still, at first I was like, why is he not looking at her? Because if Taylor Swift looks at you, you look at her. That's the code. I just don't understand men sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm so excited for her. So happy. Love them together. But like, she's looking at you. Anyways, we got to move past it. So that was the promo. So good. So cute. She's just so like astonished as we are that she's about to do a podcast. I love all the little Easter eggs, of course, in the background and the photos and in the set, all the Easter eggs and stuff she put in there. I mean, she just is feeding us over and over. And this brings me to something that I feel like I definitely need to say here. Taylor Swift, when she's intentionally leading us somewhere, the Easter eggs are obvious. They're so obvious. And I think people could probably make that argument going back for, I'm thinking specifically Rep TV, and say, oh, it was obvious she was capitalizing S's in her post and putting 2 S's when there didn't need to be. Like, there are some things that I still too am like, you get a little like, whatever, like, I don't understand. But in general, when she's leading us somewhere, they're so obvious. I don't know how else to say it, but like when I saw the outline, it said in my mind, Taylor Swift, the orange glitter background. Before knowing anything, I said, that's Taylor Swift. And like, it just is that obvious when she wants you to know what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Now I'm thinking back to Rep TV and all those theories you were reaching into the ether for, and now you're making me upset just thinking about it, because y'all got me worked up one too many times thinking Rep TV was definitely coming, and I was like, she literally was not. She was not close. It was not happening. So anyways, just want to put that out there. When Taylor wants to lead us somewhere, the Easter eggs are very in your face and obvious. It doesn't mean they aren't clues. It doesn't mean you're not looking. It doesn't mean that it's blatantly like saying what it is. Like, she's still like dropping things, but she's quite literally, you can see her doing it, is I guess what I mean. But anyways, so we got the promo. Okay, now brain is working overtime. We're like, okay, she's definitely going to be on the podcast. Oh my God, look at her. She's amazing. Oh my God, she's so excited. This is definitely meaning something. What is it going to be? Then I saw another person's TikTok and they were like, it is not an album. It's an Eras Tour documentary. And I was like, you know what? Could you just keep your thoughts inside to yourself? Because now you're making me question myself, and I'm all around. This has been a whirlwind of a day. I've started off being like so business work. It's Monday. We're not supposed to get releases until Friday. I can barely breathe. It's been a Monday. There's a lot going on. And then now this person saying, oh, no, it's not this. It's definitely this. This has been registered trademark. Oh, my gosh. You sleuths are too much for me. Too much time. Too much energy. My 37-year-old ass could never. I'm exhausted. I got 1.5 hours less sleep than I usually do, and I'm a zombie. So, I mean, good for you. Put out the content. Get it out there. This is all in good fun. But, like, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. And then, yeah, stop. The name. A Life of a Showgirl. I am gagged, gooped, gathered. I'm here. I'm sitting. I'm waiting. I'm ready. It's going to be months. It's going to be months until we get this album. And this is the hard part with this, because I love dropping hints and clues and giving us things, but then it really is like, okay, great, now I wait. I don't love that. But yeah, her dropping the name, I can't wait to see what the album cover looks like. And so all of that was just in a Monday, that was a busy Monday. I went to sleep so easily. I tell you what, once Matt woke me up, which we all know is what happened, and I figured it out, we were all together, and it's a good moment, I said, that's so cool. And then I turned over and I went to sleep. And woke up this morning and I could not stop thinking about the fact that it wasn't the orange heart emoji. It was the burning, like on fire flame emoji that they used. And it's all I could think about. And I said, why? Why not the orange one? We haven't had an orange colored or themed album yet. They used all the orange in the photos, but the emoji was not the orange heart emoji. Why? I just keep going. I replay like, why? What does this, like, what could it mean? I have no idea, but I listened to Red this morning, and in Red, because I kept thinking Red, the heart, red heart, flaming heart. I was like, I need to listen to Red. And so I listened, and she's talking about how it's at the end of this relationship, right? Losing him, blue like she'd never known, missing him, dark gray. But she ends it each time with saying, but loving him was red. Burning red. It was red. Loving him was red. Just keep coming back to that. And I was like, okay, that feels like layer 1 to me, to this. That feels like layer 1. And then I thought of Daylight, how she turned what she said, I used to think love would be burning red, but it's golden. Love is golden. And I thought about those two separate things, red, burning red, and golden, and how each of those signify such a different type of love. And Burning red is passion. It's deeper. It's more than a lust. It's more than a crush. It is deep-seated in your heart, in your gut, connected love. And it's passionate, and that passion can burn out. That passion can run its course. That passion can be a moment in time and then it fades away. And that's what red feels like to me for her when she was at that moment, was even though it was horrible when he left and it was horrible when I was missing him, if I'm being honest, loving him was amazing because that love was real and it felt like this. It felt like red, the color red. Daylight is acknowledging that love has a maturity to it in certain cases, and love doesn't have to be this flame that comes in and comes out real quick. And this golden love is warm, and it fills you with this comfort and security of being with someone who makes you feel protected and that makes you feel like you're with them for the long term. And it's not this like short, hot, flaming, burning out thing that's going to come in and go out just as quick. So you take those two things. Stay with me. I'm going to cry. I'm so excited. You take red, you take passion, you take love, and you take gold, warmth, forever, partnership. Like, you take those two things and you put them together, and that is the red flaming golden heart emoji that she used. It is not the only orange color for that reason, because this love is that deep, passionate, protective, warm, all-encompassing, forever type of love, grown up love. And Taylor Swift is it. Now, the showgirl aspect, throwing me for a loop. Gonna be honest. She is that girl. She really is a showgirl. She is a showgirl for the whole world. And I can imagine that after the Eras tour, having that perspective and looking back on that journey, what an incredible journey. Like, over the course of years, literally how much her life changed. But being able to be outside of that time and looking back on it, I can only imagine the perspective that she has and the ability to word a song around it. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than I am so, so excited to have this podcast and this platform and be doing this and also be able to share in this moment with you guys in real time. I do any predictions just for fun. I'm not saying this is definitely what it is. In my heart of hearts, I feel like this is going to be more upbeat. There's definitely going to be slower things. In the time that since she released Tortured Poets Department, there have been some pretty hard things she's had to go through. So, I'm not saying that there's not going to be any slow songs or anything like that, but I'm just feeling like I do feel like this is a bit more upbeat, a bit more deep and positive, deep and sad, as deep and sad as Tortured Poets Department was. It feels like it's equal in its deepness and its meaning, but on the side of happiness and performing and enjoying life and being with someone that you feel really good and passionate about and having that type of commitment to. And I just feel like I'm really excited for whatever this piece of art turns out to be. But I really do. Yeah, I just think that it's this deep love. It's this eternal gratitude that she has for being in this star power position that she is. It's all by her hands, literally, but I don't know. It's just her first time putting out an album, knowing that she owns all of her work as well. There's another layer of happiness and deep meaning, I feel to this, that I'm just so incredibly happy for Taylor Swift. I am so incredibly happy for the Kelsey brothers and all of the good fortune coming their way. I think they seem to be really kind and nice, and that family seems to love and support her and want to give her a place to feel normal and grounded. And yet, I think Travis said it best, private but not secret. Like, he wants to keep their relationship private in a way, but not keep her as a secret. And I feel like they are working together. It feels like a true partnership that they are working together to make these choices together, to decide to do things on his podcast together. I don't know. I'm just really excited for the next stage, for the next thing, which is this album. And we got to take it one step at a time. Oh, girl, you and me both. Our minds are running wild. Like, we're all thinking 1,001 thoughts. I saw little things like double album. Although I saw 3 notebooks. So I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying we don't know. We don't know because Taylor hasn't said it yet. And she is the one I'm looking towards for all the answers. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this community, for listening, for watching. I mean, just tell me what you're thinking. Tell me your story of how this all played out for you. Did you guys make it? Did you stay up last night? Because I could not. I did wake up for it, but I could not stay awake for it. And just let me know what you guys are thinking and hoping, or predictions or excitement, just anything, all of your thoughts. Like, these are our random Swiftie thoughts. So let me know what you think. You can find the full episode on YouTube and on Apple and Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can go check it out there. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I have to figure out how we can watch this thing together when it happens, because YouTube sometimes can not be the best platform for streaming music. So we'll see. There has to be a way that we can all connect together when this happens. And I just can't wait. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably we'll be back to regular series that I'm in, because I do need to be finishing that before we can kind of move on to the next thing. But I'll try and keep up to the best of my ability. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.